All right, part 6 of post-game road trip. Did the kind of pseudo Jeff Weaver, Tim Harper, Craig Bentley, and all them roundup of the night.
Oh, how did Jeff do? I didn't hear.
I couldn't find a score on Russellville.
Oh, did you not? Okay.
No, I didn't find one. Well, maybe we'll catch it when Rex comes on. Rex will come on in about 20 minutes.
Yeah. Or the other question is, did he play tonight?
That's a possibility too.
With all the game drops, it's entirely possible they dropped.
Yeah.
But, so Tim was winning.
Yeah, do that.
Mina's winning.
Yeah.
Inside 5 minutes, we were going to assume they took that to the house, 29-13.
Yeah.
Jessieville obviously did really well against Falk.
Yeah.
So they may be a stronger team than one thought.
Oh boy. Well, that's great.
Yeah, doesn't spell well for the last 2 games of the season.
Well, we can tell Jerry White to roll the red carpet out for us.
Yeah.
At least make it worth our while if we're going to go up there and get creamed on a Thursday night.
The conversation we were having with who's coach?
Castman.
No.
Oh, Roy.
Roy. We were talking to Roy before the game, and he was talking about doing a matchup with the conference. Somebody with a similar rating.
Yeah.
And he thought, like for a first round playoff game, if the AAA does that, dumps everybody in the playoffs, a matchup between Horatio and Mansfield would be a good matchup.
Yeah. And Horatio isn't in town. They could probably give Mansfield fits.
It would be a competitive game. It would be fun. That's I think the key.
I would like to have seen what Lance could have done with last year's team, to be honest. I would have loved to have seen what he could have done.
Yes, I agree with you. Would have been different, that's for sure.
Definitely been different.
But you got to credit him with
keeping the ship going keeping the ship going steady without the boat sinking on him.
Working with what you got instead of with what you don't have, because of the injury to Moya and a couple of others, really sets you behind the 8 ball. And we were talking about that before the game. What would this season have looked like with Moya? It looked way different than what it's looking now.
Oh, definitely.
You had a lot more scoring threat.
He beats Murphy. I think they beat Murfreesboro and Dirks.
Yes.
They wouldn't have got past Foreman. Foreman would have crushed them.
Yeah. Well, possibly. They would have kept the ball. It would have kept the ball away from Foreman's offense. Would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And then you go in being more competitive. I don't know. It's just a different deal. But you don't have Moya. You had to find somebody to play quarterback.
McKeever turned out better than we anticipated.
Yeah, McKeever turned out to be a decent quarterback, although he was also your primary scoring threat from the receiver spot. But you have Luke Brack step up, and kind of take over that role. And Morrison turns out to be a pretty good utility player. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, you just work with what you got.
Those guys would make a great slow pitch softball team. Hey, I've managed slow pitch. That stuff's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, the couple who owns the old Friendship House over by the train depot, actually, they've played slow pitch softball for me.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. This is God's honest true story. You know who Kerry Doncasterson is?
Yeah.
He messaged me on Facebook out of the blue one day and said, Connor, I've got a softball tournament we're hosting through the hospital for charity. I've got a team for you to manage. You might have to play too. And I saw it, and I saw Katie Titsworth, and I saw Lee Titsworth, and I thought, oh boy, here we go. And honestly, it was not a half bad team.
Yeah.
Katie Titsworth can actually hit a softball pretty good.
Right.
She could swing the bat, and she could hit a softball. If she got it out of the infield, she had a chance. If I had about a week or so to work with her, we might have been pretty decent.
Uh-huh.
We ended up losing, I think, the first or second game of the tournament, and we had to claw back just to get to the championship game just to do it. We had to fight elimination off like 4 times that afternoon. My legs ended up getting tattooed pink or reddish. I nearly looked like a lobster.
Did you play?
I had to play.
You had to play.
I played catcher. I played outfield. I pitched a little bit, I think.
Right.
But I held my own long enough to survive.
That's awesome.
I've played slow pitch before. There's a great video of me on Facebook somewhere. I think Tia Fryer's got it on her page where I actually pitched a doubleheader one night.
Oh, yeah?
The day of Michelle Lunsford's funeral, we had a slow pitch game. Brandon Calvin Cummings hired me to manage the team.
Right.
and they'd gone to Omaha to the College World Series final. Arkansas was in that, so I had to pitch a doubleheader, and it's hilarious. I actually struck out struck out Jake Bunch right there. Great stuff. Tina Fryer sitting there videoing all this and thinking, this is great.
You struck out Jake.
I struck him out. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
We couldn't hit the ball with a crud, but it was fun to watch.
Hey,